Happy hump day, everybody. I hope you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, and abundant. Give me a minute. Let me pull up my chat. Hello, hello. How are you, boo? LT Spiritual, hello. Mystical, hello. Irene, hello. Happy hump day. Angelica, hello. Jennifer, hello. Space Cowboy, hello. I had a sick household, so I'm not feeling amazing, but I'm okay for now. I'm just more tired than anything. Trying to deal with all the puking and stuff around here, and the washing machine's taking a toll. Hey, Gene, hello. He's feeling better. He got some antibiotics, and he's not throwing up anymore today, anyway. So, I'm happy about that. Thank you for asking. Jeannie, hello. So, I'm hoping it passes me by. I'm praying it passes me by. I'm manifesting that it passes me by. But it already caught my daughter, so. Okay, we're just going to let it fill up and I will start. Excuse me. How is everybody? Anything interesting going on? Nana, hello. Andressa, hello. It caught your house too? Oh my gosh. It's crazy because toddlers bring home so many germs. You can't even tell them no. Like, they want to taste your stuff and just get in your face and cough. It's crazy. I hope they're all better, Jeannie. It's crazy. My daughter's still a little not herself, but it's okay. Today's my middle son's birthday. Happy birthday, Dante. You moved into your new apartment. Awesome. Congrats. Culture, hello. Yeah, I'm sure she will. She's a tough girl. Aw, I bet you do miss her. Something about moms and daughters. I was just talking to my mom about that today. Thank you, babe. Thank you. He worked all day. Yeah, it's funny how kids want to escape their mom so bad and then they get away from them and it's like, but I miss her. Brenda, hello. Welcome. And Brenda, just save your question, please. I know my daughter tried to escape me and ended up back like in a couple months, so it happens. It's pretty normal. Yeah, me and my daughter used to be so close, but the older she gets, the more she kind of pulls away to do her own thing, and that's okay. Just gotta accept it. I just can't believe my oldest child is getting so close to 30. It's crazy. But thank God I live with all my babies. Hey Cherry, welcome. I'm an only child as well. Well, Ari moved out on her own? Or am I? I live with my kids right now. But I like it that way because I get really close contact with the baby, the grandbaby. And my other children, I don't have to go searching for them. I can just go to their room. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spots still. I have a half sister and I love her to death, but we didn't grow up together, so it's probably why we get along so well. I love that they're here. Honestly, I think families should stay together. I don't think they should pull apart. We need to take a book from like overseas in America. Keep the families living together. Siona, hello. MN, hello. I would live with them forever. That's just me though. Hey Diamond Girl, I'm good. How are you? Ari, hello. Aw. It's hard. It'll be okay. It's part of life. We have to pull away and come back. Just like relationships, sometimes they need a little separation to realize what we want and what we don't. Yeah, my middle son turned 24 today. I can't believe it. They're too big. Aw, that's sweet. Moms don't stop loving their kids just because they don't live together. No, it's not weird at all. It's pretty normal. It's pretty human. Like my daughter, as she was growing up, every birthday I would play the song by Taylor Swift, Never Grow Up. And now I listen to it and I'm like, oh, I should grow up. Yeah, Ari, how do you like it out there? Hello, Content. Welcome. Alright, so we've got 6 spots left. And if it doesn't fill up in the next couple of minutes, I will start. Amen, Diamond Girl. Amen. I think it's good to be independent at least some period of your life. It teaches you to be strong and how to adapt and how to manage stuff. It's been 2 days. It's something. And then you did it before the 2026, so you'll be starting 2026 on a whole new adventure. At least you didn't move out with the guy. You know, that's where most people make their mistake, is like they want to do it to be closer to a man. If you do it for your own reasons, it should be good. Too close. Yeah, that was a jam. I don't know. Beer, welcome. These long names get me. Alright, let's start. I only have 5 spots, so it should be okay. Alright, hello. What is your question? Is it Inez? Welcome. In the score? In the score? Yes, we got you on the list, babe. Hello, where's your question? Hello. I know you're here. Okay, we sent a... Wait. Your Aunt A is visiting in December. What is the gossip about you that Spirit wants you to know? Okay. Girl, you don't want to pay attention to no gossip? Okay. Oh crap, I need to light an incense. Hold on. I usually have it ready, but... Oops. Alright. I want to make sure I don't get no weird energy off of your gossip. Okay, I found the hole. Good. Sometimes people are just petty. But let's see, hello, what kind of gossip is going on about you on Christmas? Um, there's things that your family wants to say to you, but they're anticipating that you would take it the wrong way. There's some kind of cycle they're waiting to clear out of your life, some kind of painful cycle, maybe for you to see a different side of things. Um, they've noticed that, like, they feel you go after things that are internal, like, that are gonna hurt you. And so they're kind of scared of, like, where your future is headed. Um, maybe they don't trust your choices. Maybe they feel like you need to be more logical about things and not be very careful before you make moves. Think with your brain, not your heart, because a lot of it seems stemmed around some choices or something they feel you're headed towards might end up hurting you. And they want to tell you, but like I said, I think they're feeling that you will just cut them off. You won't listen. You don't want to hear what they have to say. So either they're talking about your choices and scared about the next step, or that there's a conversation that needs to be had that might hurt, but it might help. So that's what I got off of that. Hopefully that helps. Alright, LT Spiritual. Hey, Princess. LT Spiritual, please post your question. It wasn't a horrible no. What do you need to know about your business growth? What, that's right. Alright, let's see. Okay. Your business is eventually going to become very secure and solid. But I feel that you're very critical on yourself. Like, you feel you need to be here. And so when you don't get, like, the acknowledgement or the, like, if you don't hit a certain mark, you get down on yourself and you start to doubt. Fear starts to creep in. And Spirit's like, you're good. You're fine. Everything has a season. So just keep going. As long as you can keep going, you're going to hit the mark. But don't get down when things don't go precisely the way that you think they're supposed to go. Because there's a bigger plan. There's something that's kind of coming together to build something solid. But maybe the experience that you're learning in the time of not reaching certain things is not only teaching you patience, but also like how to move and act in certain times. Like if things, you know, because everything has an ebb and a flow. So you've got to kind of stay at a certain level. You can't go down just because you're not getting, you know, the sales or the attention that you're striving for. But you're learning in that ebb, right? And so, or is the ebb up here? I don't know. You get what I'm saying. But just kind of, you know, the sign right now is ride the lightning. Maybe you need to ride the lightning, girl. Like, just keep going. Ride the lightning and don't get disappointed if you aren't seeing exactly what you thought you would. So get rid of the expectations and just know that even if it doesn't seem like things are producing or they're not being solid, there's something going on that's building that within you. So just keep going. You can do it. That's what I hear. You can do it. And I hope that helps, love. Pretty in pink. Hello. I'll probably miss some people. I'll just keep up with y'all's list at the end. Alright. Mystical. You're welcome. What was your past life connection with the Capricorn like? Let's see. I think the person that you're attached to, the Capricorn, in the past they were on some higher level of like hierarchy or whatever. They were like a prince, a king, whatever. They were in charge. And I think you found each other because you kind of went outside the norm of, I guess, like in the past life, people were supposed to have a wife, have a husband, that type of thing. I think you kind of built your life by yourself, and this person admired that within you. So you found each other through the process of building something. I don't necessarily know if the two of you were together in a past life, but it's like something, it was kind of like a fantasy. So maybe like a Romeo and Juliet thing. Um, they were on two sides of a certain debate or war, but there was a lot of how do I explain that? There was a lot of interactions, but I don't think you two ever fully came together because there's this image of you both felt the fantasy of the want to be together, but there was something that kept you two apart. But it gave you knowledge and patience of like waiting. I don't know. All right, Irene. You're welcome, babe. I don't think I've ever read like past life energy. Well, like intentionally. Okay, dreamed about waiting for a hurricane. So why? Because you've been seeing it often. And right after. Was this a sign of the changes to come? Girl, you already know. Yes. Yes. Let's see. I think in general there's something going on right now collectively. There's a lot of change and movement, and I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year and people are preparing for a new season. But there's a lot of change. But we also got to remember we just came out of Scorpio season, and Scorpio season is about change. It's about tearing down the false and creating the new, and you know really taking a judgment call over life. So I think it's kind of a collective thing. Yeah, I feel like the change is mainly about feeling powerless, maybe in the past season that you were in, maybe feeling powerless to your life, right? Like because of what's happened before, you kind of got stuck as to far, like where do I go from here, because it's different. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of moving parts. So I feel like the judgment call was surrounding you feeling kind of stagnant or stuck in a place of not being able to move forward because of past experiences. So I think that judgment call, the change that's happening right now, is to give you your power back so that you can go forward knowing you're not restricted by your past. You're not restricted by other people. You have the power to change it. And so I think that's the main thing 555 has been teaching you. And I do feel it did come out in a dream state. And your angels have been sending you a lot of confirmation. And I've got fives on my clock over there. Well, it's 212, which equals 5. So you're definitely in, and then 5 of Cups at the bottom. There's definitely energy of change in the midst for you. Alright, so So you decided to energetically cut your connection with Xavier this past Sunday. Okay, did he feel the shift? I definitely feel that he noticed something. Maybe he felt the need to like pull you back, right? Like a lot of times when we detach and we are like, this feels different, we go back to that safe place or that person that is closest to us, even if we don't talk to them or say anything to them. It's kind of like it. It's kind of like a rubber band. You kind of pull. You feel the pull. So you pulled back, and now it's pulled them kind of forward as far as like energetically attaching to the idea of like, oh shit, like let me think of this person because they bring me some sense of security, and without it I feel not so stable. So that's kind of the way I feel, is like you pulled and pulled them too. But what I will say is if you truly cut the connection, I don't think there would still be like that rubber band feeling. Um, so maybe just keep denouncing the soul ties that are not aligned with like your highest good, and just keep doing it until it truly severs. Because right now I still feel kind of like a tug of war. Like maybe you say you want to cut this tie, but energetically it's almost like you want them to pull back, right? So it's a process. Hopefully that made sense. All right, Jennifer. What are Dora's thoughts and true? Wait, what are Dora's thoughts and future actions? I think this person feels like a friendship with you or some kind of connectivity to you. They're not sure what it is. Like sometimes we feel strongly for people in our lives and we're like, why do I feel this way? And so the feelings might be a little like up in the air. They're not sure where to place you, but they do know this connection is significant to them. Um, they're just not sure why, right? Like, is it a lesson or a blessing? I'm not sure. I think recently they've kind of thought about it, and they're trying to figure out where to place you, I guess. I don't know what this connection is to you, but I do feel something happened during Scorpio season that made them kind of get in their feelings, try to think, like, how do I feel? But it's kind of like it all draws back to like a kinship, a friendship, or like I know them I know there's a purpose, but I'm not sure what it is kind of feeling. Alright, Space Cowboy. You've been seeing each other for the past 2 months. Maybe they're kind of caught up in that new, like that endorphin feeling, like that fantasy, like they're still in that fantasy thing. Okay, Space Cowboy. Generally, do women find you physically attractive? Okay, honestly, the way that I see it is you come across as very different from maybe the women you encounter. So it's almost like you draw in women that are still kind of hung up on their past, and they may be drawn to you because you are different, right? Like there's something about you that catches their attention, even if they're kind of lost in the past. It's kind of like a wake up, like you wake them up to something new, I guess. So attractive is like in the eye of the beholder. So it's not like you come off as like, oh, Mr. GQ suave, oh, that. But there, you do catch people's attention because of the fact that you are different, and you kind of claim that, right? You don't care if anybody's paying attention, kind of thing. You're like, I'm gonna be who I am, accept me or not. And I think it's like a confidence thing that is attractive. And even if you're not confident, the way that you are different and you embrace the different parts of yourself, that's what they find attractive. All right, Genie. Okay, what is the next best thing that's coming, huh? Let's see. The song that's playing right now is It's Okay to Fall Here. I see the next person that comes in for you is going to recognize kind of the hardship that you hold within you. Like they see through, you know how people will be like, ask you how you are, and you're like, I'm okay. This person will see through your okays. They'll know kind of like where to comfort you, where to give to you, where to fit into your life to make you um, feel safe. And it's funny because the song is very much like what I'm seeing here. It may start small, but I do feel like this person gets you. And they're able to help you to work through maybe even like lingering doubts about men in general or relationships in general, help you to overcome some of those things together. I feel like very supportive, and just like the song says, it's okay to fall here. 222 on my microwave there. So I definitely feel a partnership, and the energy that I'm getting off this, it could be a Gemini because the lovers is here, but it could be also that they give you the opportunity to make the choice for yourself. Like they give you time to get to know them, and Like, I'm here, regardless. You figure it out, but I'm here, you know? It's a very safe comfort feeling. And I think that's all anybody wants in life, is to feel that they have somebody to fall on in times of need, you know? It feels very good. All right, Nana, Nana. You're welcome. Sakar, earliest current feelings. Hmm. They're a very quiet energy, and they do hold a lot to themselves. This person feels like they're a little closed off, but they do have feeling for you. Knight of Cups, it's not like this huge, great love, but it feels like dating, you know. I think intuitively, though, they're drawn to you. They still have some blockages, though, that may keep them from telling you how they feel. Being very open, vulnerable. But I think they get you, and I think they know that you kind of get them too, even though it's like an unspoken, I understand. Alright, Angelic, or Andresa. You're welcome, babe. Me and my hearts. There's a storm blowing through right now. Wet and cold. The song Mind Reader is on right now. Ari, what's your question, love? I had culture, but I guess I might have gotten it wrong. I really need to start doing yoga again. Okay. I'm gonna get you after Ari, culture. What do you need to know right now? Alright. Quit stressing about love. Love's gonna come to you when you're ready for it. It's already in your energy. It's just you can't touch it or feel it, and so you stress about it and you worry about it and you cause a blockage in it. I think this season is teaching you to be emotionally balanced and maybe not so like codependent, because that's kind of the way I feel. Like you're right there, but you've got to kind of calm your nervous system down a little bit, because if you don't, you're going to attract people that reflect that back to you. So that could be why, like, when you meet somebody, you're so scared about them leaving before it even begins that the person that you come in contact with, they feel that energy and they feel that there's just something weird here, right? Like, it's that pushback. So it causes a blockage. Love is meant for you, yes, but you've got to learn to know it's already here. and you can feel it regardless if you could touch it, taste it, grab it, rub it, whatever. Um, just let it go, let it flow. Because if not, you're just gonna keep repeating that validation of your biggest fear, basically. All right, culture. What message do you need to know most right now? I get the energy of like, there's a need for silence right now. When it's time to speak, you'll have the opportunity to, but pick and choose when you speak and when you don't. Because some things don't even need to be spoken about. They it's just a known thing, right? And sometimes silence speaks louder than words. And so right now the best thing for you to do is just hold that peace within yourself and know you don't have to validate things. You don't have to say things all the time. You just got to be like, okay, you know? Because silence really does speak volumes. Um, if you're normally like the person that will talk and smile and be happy, and all of a sudden you're just like unbothered, like people don't even exist around you. You're in your own little world. They're saying it's like very important right now because there could be people that are trying to goat you or trying to get you upset or trying to get you to react a certain way, and right now is not the time for it. So kill them with silence is kind of what I'm getting. Alrighty, Brenda. And thank you, Patricia. I appreciate you, love. Now you figured that was your read. You're welcome, babe. Alright, go ahead and post your question. Patricia, did you already send it to me? Let me see. Yes, okay, I got you. General for December. Stay. Alright, let's see. General for December for Patricia. The song right now that's playing is Just Breathe. Maybe that's something you need to learn. Just breathe. It's okay. Just breathe. I feel like there's a big change in your life in general that's going on right now. And it's because you know what you want, you know what you don't want. You know where to invest your time and you know where not to invest your time. And maybe recently you've been going through a lot of like tests and spirit, like making sure that you're ready for the next phase. Maybe things have been like kind of ending and there's been like a lot of frustration, but at the same time it's kind of like got you in alignment with that ultimate goal, whether that be a successful business, a successful home life, a successful family. You've kind of come into alignment with it. So December is going to bring a lucky break, a lucky opportunity, a lucky change that kind of is like a gift from the universe as to where your next steps lie or where you need to go next. Um, I feel like you asked for something maybe at the beginning of last year. You spoke on something at the beginning of last year. And so this year, there's been lessons to get you to align with it. And it may not have been the easiest, like I said, but I do feel that you've kind of risen. And this next chapter that's unfolding is going to lead you to what it was that you originally were asking for at the beginning. Um, so there's something, success and growth and strengthening bonds. I cannot with spirit. Okay, remember I told you the song was Just Breathe, right? Let me first start. Okay, at the beginning of the year, I feel like you kind of were sad. You were isolated. You were kind of alone in this. And the challenging times happened, and you were like, I don't have anybody. So ultimately, you had to seek peace outside of like 3D things. Okay, so I think it's taught you to trust. It's taught you not to give to things that don't give back to you. But the funniest thing is the card that came out was Just Breathe. Because remember at the beginning I said success and growth, strengthening bonds. You're about to receive this. You you can just breathe, almost like the movie Waiting to Exhale, right? When she met that person, she was able to just breathe. For the first time, she felt safe. And so I feel like December is setting forward something that's very beautiful. So just breathe. And I love it when that happens. So that's what I got for you. It gave me chills. And it's not just because it's cold. And I'm glad it resonates, love. Alright, Brenda, go ahead and post your question, boo. I think, right? Yeah. You love it too. Good. It's so weird. Sometimes spirit will show me something so clear. And it like comes through so clear. And then other times it's just like straight to the point. That's what it is. Whatever. You know, and this was pretty deep. So I love it for you. Of course, anytime, boo. I love seeing your name pop up on my live because, like I said, that's my grandma's name. So it just kind of gives me that nostalgic feeling. I don't think there's any more spots, my love, today, but I do come on 3 days a week. So if you'd like to try another day, you're more than welcome. Maybe Brenda bounced. I don't know. Brenda. Cherry. Jean said, let's get this over with. Siona. Siona's like, I'm here. Got it. General. I feel like you're going to receive some kind of offer, communication, something that makes you very happy this month. But it also kind of like gets rid of, okay, let's say for instance, you and a person have been in separation. This doesn't have to be the situation. But you're sitting in this place of like, where is this going to go? Where am I going to be? What, all the fears and conflict and whatever, you don't have the answers that you need to move forward or to, get rid of the fear. So something clears that up for you. And I feel like either you're going to travel, you're going to move, you're going to, maybe the person is going to move towards you, something like that. But whatever this communication is, it clears up a lot of things for you. And I feel a lot of happiness in this month for sure. And this could even be like maybe you've been waiting on a job offer or an acceptance on buying a home or something like that, and you received that communication. Now you're not in the doubt of like, is this even for me? Is this what so I like that. Awesome. Thank you, Culture, for your donation, love. Okay, let me do Evan because she posted, and then when will you see David again? I don't honestly feel like it's gonna be too long. I'd say between now and March. So like 3 to 4 months within that time frame. But I don't feel like it's gonna take very long. You'll hear from them again, I'd say pretty soon. And I know you're probably like 3 to 4 months is not very soon. But if you could think about the last year that's gone by, it goes by so fast. So what is 3 or 4 months, Alright, Culture. What is your question, my love? General guidance. Okay. I'm going to clarify before I read this. Hold on. There's a lot of major arcanas here, so I just need to know which direction they're moving. Okay. I kind of feel like Spirit is saying, congratulations, you've kind of got a really good plan in place of where you want to go in life and in what order you want to do things in. I think you've kind of cut out the idea of another person in your life that you need um, to help you. You've kind of set off on this independent, like, I'm gonna do this for myself, um, kind of energy, right? And you've made up your mind. It's very successful, whatever way you're gonna go. And because you gave up like the earthly pleasures of, let's say, dating or going out and drinking, or just experiencing what most people are interested in, you kind of set out on your own journey. You're like on a success journey for yourself, and you're about to have a very um, monumental change in the energy, right? I feel like there's an opportunity coming your way, that you've kind of manifested, I guess, from the place of, I don't need the earthly things as far as like temptation and whatever. Um, I feel like everything's kind of falling into line. And I do feel you may have some kind of hesitation of maybe there's a choice coming up and you're kind of hesitant of like which way you should go from here. Um, but I do feel you're gonna get the balance returned. I feel like whatever choice you make, you've kind of learned enough in your life to know that as long as you trust in whatever source, whatever you call source, or whatever you call the universe, God, all it, you trust that they're guiding you, and you're trusting your steps, right? And like I said, I think there's a crossroads coming up and an opportunity to move in a different direction. And I'm not sure which way you go, but whatever way that you're moving, you're doing it through your spirit. So everything is balancing out. So I think you've made some really good choices. Um, I'd say over the past year, and you've aligned with this. So I like it for you. I think you've made up your mind. This is what I'm gonna do, and Spirit's like, I'm with you. Let's go. You know. So Spirit's, let's go. So I hope that helps, Culture. It's go time. Because I feel like you've got your mind set on something and you're holding tight to it. You're like, I'm not changing. I'm not moving. I'm not tempted. I'm just gonna do it. And Spirit's like, all right, let's ride. Let's do it. All right, Diamond Girl, I got you 1 second. Let me just shuffle these back in. And thank you again, Culture. All right, Diamond Girl. Oh, oh. Your choices of men are bad right now. Or like the way Spirit is saying, your choices of men have been bad up until this point. You need to hold off. You need to hold on. That's just what I'm seeing. It's like maybe you're in a period of like, I keep attracting these people that just don't have it together. Like they're always out for something other than me. It's just the way that they show me. It's like, you got a bad taste in men. You need to be a cop. Chasing criminals, at least get paid for it. The right love is coming, but I think there's still like the need to hold on. Don't fall for the trap, because I feel like there's some thirst traps coming your way, or some things that are very tempting just creeping in. And Spirit's like, don't do it, because the real love is coming after you don't do whatever this is. I like bad boys too. I get it. I understand. But Spirit, that's why, I guess that's why I'm laughing so hard, because that's some stuff they would tell me. Like, you see, like, you have the worst taste in men, and you're like, their abs are so delicious. This is what you want right here. You want the Emperor. You don't want the other. You donated? Where did you donate? There we go. Thank you. You changed your name. I can't keep track, my love. Let me do content real quick, the goth. And I got you next, okay? Let's see. Next 2 days. Alright, very specific. What's gonna happen in the next 2 days? In between now and the next time I come live. Let's see. Work. Work. Work on your emotions. Okay. That's basically what Spirit's telling me. Quit. Like, if you start to get into a low vibration, right? You need to catch yourself. Because I feel like there's this disappointment that you're holding on to. And Spirit's like, you need to work on that. Before I tell you what's going to happen in 2 days, this is what you need to be doing. Strength card. Because you're causing like a cycle of sadness if you keep attaching to whatever it is that's got you feeling the way that you're feeling. There could also be a disappointment at work. But I don't know. It feels more of like Spirit's trying to give you the sunshine. They're trying to give you like an amazing thing. And you're like, but when I was 2 years old, I was adopted. And my life has been crap ever since. There's like an excuse that you keep falling back on, or like something that's unhealed that you keep leaning into. And whatever it is, we all have trauma. Just we can't keep feeding the trauma. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, alright. The Goth Princess. You're welcome, love. Alright, are they planning on hiring you as a flight attendant? My grandson, the song Lose Control is playing right now. And this is one of the songs that if it comes on, he's gonna sing it. So cute. Okay. So, the energy that I'm getting is like, for you, this is like your dream job. This is really what you want to be doing. And there's been some kind of hold up or something it's not happening as fast as maybe you expected it to. But that does not mean that it's not moving. Because I do feel like you're gonna get it. But there's some kind of step or something that's missing. Whatever. I'm over here Trying to find this deck. Maybe you have to try a few times, or you have to reach out a few times, or something. I do feel you're going to get what it is you want. It's just there's a process or something that has to happen. The opportunity is definitely here. And something about, like, the timing may be a little off right now. It could be just because it's like the holiday season. They're backed up. They're working on it. Something like that. Something about the timing. I feel like the opportunity is here. But I do feel like there's some kind of time that's definitely... Maybe they're saying, like, keep reaching out and being like, have you looked at my application? You know. It's a golden opportunity for sure, but I do feel there's... I don't know, there's just some kind of... There's been some kind of, like, time stall or something, but you will get there. I just don't think it's going to be as easy as just, can I have the job? And they're like, yes. There might be like, you have to go to this class, or you have to do this, or whatever it is. But it might not be the season where they're able to do that. Maybe like, because I know my mom, when she worked for one of the airlines, she had to go to school for it. Like, it was like a month or two course or something. And I don't know. There might just be something like it's not the season for the class kind of thing. I don't know. But yes, I do feel like you're gonna get hired. It's just not gonna be like in the immediate future. Oh, thank you. He keeps me young. Yeah, I was just saying my middle son's 24 today. And then my oldest is going to be 28 this year. I'm like, dang, time goes by so fast. And thank you, babe. Yeah, so maybe it's just that. Like, you have to wait till next year. You donated again. Thank you, love. Appreciate it. Thank you for telling me, because it's not alerting me. I don't know why. What are Samuel's current feelings for you? I feel a lot of silence. It's kind of like the one thing they do know is they love you, or they have love for you. That's the one thing they know. The one thing they know for sure is like you are somebody that they can rely on. You're a good friend to them, and they love you. But they have a lot of conflict in their life, or maybe it's a fear of getting too close to people. Because, I mean, the hangman and the hermit together, you two could be very similar. Like, you need your own space, your own time, your own way to digest or to overcome things. I feel like there's this person gives a lot, maybe to their family, or like most of their time is invested in a lot of different places. Like, they already have something that goes on all the time, and so that may be a problem between the two of you. It's like you don't have enough like up close and personal time together. They love you, but there's just, not a lot of interaction, because Maybe you both have a lot going on. Maybe you're in two different places. Maybe it's, not, it's right person, wrong time kind of thing. I feel that they're scared of you loving them like who they truly are, not who they present themselves to be. They're scared if they take off the mask that you won't feel the same way for them. It says they had a lot of lack and suffering in their past, so maybe they're scared of being happy. And that's a weird thing to say, but you know, when you go through a lot in your life and they it's almost like that's your normal, so you don't trust anything different, and that's kind of where they're at. They're scared of being vulnerable, so they have some kind of mask, deception, temptation, like they could be a temptation to you, but maybe that's the way that they've kept themselves safe, is to mask their vulnerabilities. They're getting better at it. They're learning. They're stepping into their masculine energy more now. And that could be like they don't want to be that way with you. They don't. You're the first person that maybe they have felt comfortable enough to take the mask off, but they're still kind of scared of it. They want to, though. And again, something about the truth. They could have had control tactics in the past also with like whatever they had going on, that lies, deception kind of thing. But they're guarded. They've had to go through like a death and rebirth, and maybe they haven't gone through it yet. Maybe that's why there's a lot of silence here. But um, there's still a lot of silence because they're growing and they're being led to be a better man, even though it's not an intentional action. Like they didn't wake up today and were like, I'm gonna be a man today. I'm gonna take my mask off. It's something that's the process that they're in the middle of, but it's not gonna be like upfront in your face. But it's almost like they're telling me that you have a certain level of control over them. So they could think about you a lot. You could be on their mind all the time. And they're like, what is this? What is this feelings? It's funny reading for like avoidant people. And for people that are like, ew, yuck, feelings. Get it away from me. They're scary. Like my grandson, I'm scared. And he always was, I'm scared. They're just all little, we all have that inner child that, we just want to feel safe. We just don't sometimes. And so just like I was talking about my grandson, I'm scared. That's kind of the energy I get off of him. It's like he may on the outside seem very tough or have it together, but on the inside he's just a little kid. You're welcome, my love. Thank you for being here. Alright, so who is next? Ines score? Okay, got it. Can you please have a general for this month? Got you. Let's see. I feel there's a lot of good feelings this month. Um, it's kind of like you feel loved, you feel secure during this month. There could be like opportunities or options that are being presented to you that you make you feel good. They make you feel the way you should feel, you know, like confident and loved and appreciated. Um, there could be something, you know, a love offer coming in to where you have to make a decision whether you want this or you don't. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to move towards love or do you want to move towards something more financial? Which way do you want to go? Or it could be you're starting to realize that you don't have to choose, you can have it all. Um, just make the decision, I guess, you know. So I do feel there's some kind of choice, but all in all, it feels very good. It feels like this month you're going to be getting, I don't want to say validation, but like you're going to be treated the way you should be treated, I guess, you know, by the people that you're surrounded by. Alright, Princess. Pretty and pink. Of course, anytime. I appreciate you being here and being patient. I love patient people. They show up. Yeah, I don't know that name. M something. Okay, good. Thank you. This song, Watch This, is on again. You think I'm a bitch? Just wait. What did she say? Thought I was a bitch. Watch this. Yeah. Alright, Jean. What is eyes, feelings, and intentions? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, what are his feelings and intentions towards you? The heck? Let's see. He wants it, but he's holding back probably because of the girlfriend. Full. Hangman. He's moving away from her. I think whatever, or he wants to move away from her, but he's kind of stuck in some sort of cycle that he feels he can't get out of. He wants to move towards you, but there's that blockage there, right? In the world at the bottom looks like there'll be an opportunity to. It's just a process, I guess. Like, maybe he does, like, he has some kind of, like, it's the holidays, right? So the holidays are the worst time to, like, end things with somebody. And so maybe they still, like, even though the relationship doesn't work or they need to be separated, they still have history, or they still, like, he doesn't want to disrespect them, um, or to do things out of order, I guess you could say. Um, but I do feel they genuinely feel this pull towards you. Um, but like I said, I think it's gonna take a minute to get there. It's gonna, like, they want to get towards you, they do. But actually, like I said, there's a process. They gotta go through the steps correctly. But it's like right now is not the time. Oh. maybe he's doing it to keep women away or to keep people from like, because a lot of times on these channels it's a lot of women, right? So maybe like he only has interest in you, so he pushes them away. But I do feel like there's lots of sixes, 686, something about that number. Maybe you could look that up. But he wants to get to you. Nobody knows if she's real or made up. Well, I had the Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Cups. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe they're doing it to like cause some sort of like, not yet. Maybe they're scared. Who knows? Three cards really don't give me much. Next time we need to ask, is she real or made up? Is she a real thing? But I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. It was a quick one. It's kind of good because I'm not feeling the greatest, but he doesn't tell the guys that. That's weird. But he doesn't tell you that either, so that means something. But I love you guys. I'll see y'all again on Friday. Y'all know where to reach me if you need me in the in-between.